It's a business that I started with my wife back in 1997. She does all the administration and I do all the front of house. The best part is actually seeing the business develop and grow over the years. We are now the largest independent pet shop, so we've managed to take the business through fairly tough times and grow it. So we've grown every year for the last 17 years, basically based on customer service. We love the fact that we'll go that bit further than the other companies to try and sort out any problems for customers, try and source stock for customers. If we don't have it, we'll try and get it. The livestock varies. We love to source livestock locally, so if we can find local people that breed rabbits, guinea pigs, hamsters, etc., we'll always try and buy locally, because you tend to find that they've been handled, you know, they've come out of a nice environment. We also deal with a large supplier who's based in England, who supplies animals to all pet shops. So there's various supplies. We tend to buy our reptiles from Derek. So there's various sources, but again, being here for the last 17 years, it means that we're able to know where we can get a reliable source of animals.
There you go. You want the shot? Oh yeah, you're not shy, are you? Now you see. See, you two could have met over a snake. In 20 years' time, you can explain how you first met. Now you hold this end. Just nice and loose. No, it's fine.
The whole business is based on customer service. Selling quality pets means that they get a quality service, which means our business keeps growing, because they will tell other people where they got their, you know, I got my rabbit there, he's lovely. And so it's really important to make sure that we sell the best quality we can.
So we cinnamon blue conure, so it's from Australia, and that's very friendly. So that's been reared in captivity, and from about 2 weeks of age it's hand fed, and that's why it's not frightened of you. So that's why it will sit in place. I'm not letting it go because it's not clipped, so it could just fly anywhere. Don't let a smashing wee pet for somebody. He's pretty low maintenance, he's easy to deal with, he's what we would call tickly tame. As I say, normally we would sit them on top, but because he's so small, we're just fine. So when we're selling them, normally we would let them out all day, every day, but because this was so small, just if he fell off, disappeared, you might not find him.
There's trends that come through an industry. So at the moment we stock an awful lot of very high-end quality foods, the sort of foods that you won't find in the supermarkets. So that makes us different from the supermarket, so it brings customers into our shop. So companies like Lily's Kitchen, things like the Barf Diet, Nature's Menu, all these different sorts of things we'll stock rather than stocking the standard supermarket lines. So we tend to look to see where the gap in the market is, where we can develop, but we also like to give the customers higher quality of product as we can.
Oh, it's you! Buongiorno!
We interview everybody who we employ and who we want. So a lot of the people, for example, Brian, my manager in this shop, he's been with me since we opened. So he started off as a Saturday boy and has come through, you know, over the years, and most of our staff have been with us for a long time, so we don't tend to have a high turnover of staff.
I've had Barry about 6 years now. I've had him since he was a hatchling. He's the only big snake I've got about 30 odds in the house, varying from obviously hatchlings to adults.
Female Chilean rose spider. That's about as big as she'll get. Because we sell 4 or 5 a year. What they do is every so often they cast their skin, and you get a perfect imprint of the spider, and it's sitting there, so you get a complete spider. We did sell Queen's Park Football Club a spider. Their nickname is the Spiders, so in the club shop at Queen's Park there's a spider that we sold them. In there you keep a pet spider. What's important about the tortoise, this bulb gives out UV, it's basically the sun. So it gives out UV and heat in there. These bulbs are sort of 50, 60 pounds each, so they're expensive, but they're critical to the tortoise. So for its shell to develop, we basically have to keep the tortoises in the correct environment, and 30 years ago we didn't. We tried to keep tortoises as if they lived in the west coast of Scotland, and they're not native to Scotland. So if we're going to have the tortoise, we have to set it up into an environment with the right substrate for it, good quality vegetables, high in vitamins and minerals there for it. They were hatched in 2010 and it's got its microchip number on them, so we can't sell them until they're old enough to have a microchip put in them, so they have to be a certain size. What we would basically do is scan them on the back of the neck like that. It would show us the microchip in there. We have to tie up the microchip with the same paperwork, and whoever buys the tortoise has to keep that with it. So even as they rehome it, move it on, that paperwork must go with them. You can't get that again, it can't be reissued. So you only get the one to go with each tortoise.
Graham gets his livestock of pets every second Thursday. The pets to be travel all the way from England.
Now, Roboroskis are tiny wee hamsters. The advantage of them is that they really very, very rarely bite. The disadvantage of them is they're very fast. Again, male cockatiel, no stripes on it, vent's nice and clean, so we'll just pop them in there and let them settle down. The gerbils here, we'll just pop the gerbils into this cage because there's nothing else in the cage. We'll just give them a wee bit of sand so they can give themselves a bath. Again, what we'll do with each one is just give it a quick check when we pop it in, make sure it's the sex that we've ordered. These should be female gerbils. Now, you mustn't ever hold the gerbil by its tail because it can release the skin of its tail. It's an escape mechanism in the wild. So when you're dealing with gerbils, it's really important just to cup the gerbil rather than hold them. Before we do this wee girl. Now the rats tend to be very good from the point of view that they're quite tactile. They'll hold on to me rather than, I don't tend to have to run after the rats. They tend to want to play. Here's a lovely wee husky one. Just slightly different, more unusual markings. Here's another one.
Any poorly animals are taken to the neighbouring vet.
Double check to see that it's okay.
We've done the rodeo, I think, for the last 5 years. We've done the small animal tent. Various hamsters, mice, rabbits, rats, guinea pigs, budgies, canaries. So it's really just a show situation. What we're doing is we're showing the people that come into the tents is a show and tell people about what's involved in looking after them.
Right, what we're doing here is, as you know, we have the vet school rodeo to go to tomorrow. So what we're doing here is basically setting up some of the wee vivariums that we'll take stuff in. So we're going to take some scorpions, we'll take some a Chilean rose spider, we'll take some leopard geckos, we'll take some bearded dragons, we'll take some recrested geckos. Ryan's setting up a large vivarium over there to take the Barry the boa in. So what we need to do is just set all these up. When we get over there, there'll be heat mats that we'll put under all of these to keep them warm during the day while we're at the vet school.
While Graham is assisting customers, Brian is preparing tanks and cages to take to tomorrow's pet show rodeo. Every year, Glasgow Vetsville organise an annual pet show rodeo, which is host to a selection of stalls, shows, demonstrations, and is a great opportunity for creature comforts. This is the 54th annual rodeo and is held in the West End of Glasgow.
Today we're at the rodeo for the vet school, so we've been doing this for the last 4 or 5 years, and what we do is we come along, we bring a lot of the animals from the shops, and the parrots and the reptiles, the snakes and things, and really it's just to introduce the youngsters to the animals. So it's not a selling day, it's purely advertising for ourselves and helping out the rodeo. Today's obviously it's beautiful now, but this morning it was absolutely pouring, so it gave us a few issues of getting the stuff over from the car park, but we've got everything here and it's worked really well for us. So yeah, today I think it will be good. Hopefully, if the weather stays good, it will get a wee bit busier, and the busier it gets, the more fun it is for us as well, because we can interact with the people a lot more.
As the afternoon unfolds, more people and potential customers gather to Creature Comforts tent. This is an opportunity for Graham and Brian to show off the pets that Creature Comforts cares for. As the day progresses, Graham pops over to the dog agility event to see his good friends and associates at the Glasgow Dog Training Club.
They're near the Clarkson shop, so basically we just got to know each other and that side of things. They've been going for about 30 years, so they're a very well established dog training club, and so we started doing events together and shows together, and so we now work closely together. As I say, they'll recommend people up to the shop, we'll recommend people down to their training club, so it all works really well together. But what they do is a lot of things like this which makes it fun for the dogs. So they're training the dogs at the moment, but also keeping it fun. What they do a lot is when we're doing our pet show, they'll be along as well and set out their obstacle races and do all this side. So they're really good at helping with the training and basically taking the dogs, making it fun for the dogs. So they're really good. There's a wee guy going over the chumps through the middle. So we work closely with them because they're just down from the Clarkson shop, so they're very local to us.
We do obedient dog training, basically. We train dogs to be good citizen dogs, that are good with with their owners, good responsible dogs. We train them basically sit down, stand, recalls, usual things. We also do the Good Citizens Awards, which I'm a qualified examiner for. But today we're doing our wee agility course. Just basically it's fun agility. It's nothing, it won't hurt the dogs, it all falls down so the dogs don't get hurt.
As the rodeo comes to a close, it has been a great success for Graham and the Creature Comforts tent. All in all, a busy, family fun day out.
The rodeo was very good this year. It was obviously wet in the morning, which meant the setup was a wee bit harder, but it dried out. I think they had a nice day, and no, we thoroughly enjoyed. The tents were busy, the reptiles were busy, the small animals were busy. Now it's back to reality, back to the shop, back to serving our local customers, doing our deliveries. Basically back to business.